Welcome back in Jayburg. I'm Michael J, and this is my city I'm building on a map I built myself with lots of rivers flowing around. And if you've seen the first episodes, you've seen me build up the first part of the city in this peninsula starting grid, starting piece of the grid. And I'm going to expand my city now. Finally, we'll have some more suburbs down here where people are going to live. And later on in the second stage, we are going to build an industrial part here and hopefully here with harbor and train connections. But first, let's build more space for people to move in. And I'm going to connect that with the bridge over here from this main road. And obviously I don't want to destroy anything of what I already have built down there for my people, the relaxation area, so I'm going to elevate that road already here and then build a bridge to the other side. Yeah, and this part is already a bit higher. So we are going to lower this and reach the bottom, I think, of the ground. Yes, this worked fine, huh? And my park area is now going below the bridge, so people can still walk around the city, walk around at the waterfront. I think this is going to work fine. And now we are going to extend that road. So now here we are going to probably cause a problem with traffic because those two crossings are very close to each other and people are coming here and trying to move to the other side or coming down here and want to turn left. This is going to cause some traffic issues, which we are probably going to solve in much later episodes. This part I think is going to be planned a bit more. The first part, I would say this is how a city naturally would have grown, could have grown, and this is the extension now of the city because more people want to live in the city. So we are planning a new neighborhood, and I'm trying to not connect the main road that is going over the bridge. Instead, I'm going to connect the city quarter maybe here. I've built a bit close to the river already, so I'm going to use some landscaping to raise the area here so we can actually have some buildings. people living here will have a nice view on the city. So the riverside maybe might be a more expensive place to live. Who knows? Ah, looks nice, doesn't it? It's gonna be apartments with a view. But for the inner part, we are going to have high density buildings, and so to fit in a lot of new people who want to move into our beautiful and growing city. And as usual, I'm not going with a pure grid system. There's gonna be a lot of rectangles, but not only squares. And again, I'm raising this part. Just to give enough space for houses to be built. This is not as even as the other part was, but also not as endangered from flooding as the other part. So we can build a circle, or kind of a circle around the city now, and a new part of the city. I'm going to extend the major road so we can meet the road here. No, just a bit further. Yep, not increasing over here. So, and let's do the same on the other side. Again, coming in from the river in parallel to the main road, but not touching any of the main roads here. Rather take another exit here. I think it's not necessary to build everything symmetrical, because usually cities are not built on flat pieces of land. You have to work with whatever the geology of the situation suggests. But I think it's it looks nice. Might be stupid if I say that myself, but in the end it's my city, so I have to like it, and this is the way I like it. So now there's water. No, obviously not yet, because we have to connect it to our main grid. And we are going to connect electricity from here. Oh, you know what? We are going to build another series of turbines, wind turbines. I have far too much electricity for my needs, but who cares? I still need to landscape that. I probably have to redo it. Yeah, let's do that right now. I want to add some more space here. Oh, this looks a bit odd. Yeah, not enough soil. I'm going to take something out of the river. No. This might also help with the river flow and cause less floodings. So taking some soil out of the river is not a bad idea, I think. And I'm going to destroy the whole road again. Because this looked a bit too steep for my taste. And instead I'm going to actually flatten the whole area. So now adding back the road. Maybe do it a bit different than I had it before, I don't know. And now still do this part. Yeah, I'm gonna need even more soil now. Maybe that's enough. Let's hope that is enough. And let's soften that a bit. No, not this much. So let's add back the main road. Right to the edge. And finally, this corner. Yep, should be enough. Do we connect these roads? No, one more in the middle. So people have more options to go within the quarters. And the power needs to come back. Let's start building it here, huh? Yep, so this is the first part of our extension now. And yeah, based on the size, I would say there's another 10,000 people or so fitting in. And I think I'm going to fill up this area first before I'm going to start another part here to see how the traffic develops, and then fix some of the traffic issues before I introduce even more traffic. So now we also have to bring health service into the area. We will need schools. There's a couple of items from the Steam workshop that I'm using in the buildings. These are a bit larger schools. They take up more space, but they also have more space for children. But I also add a small one or a smaller one. Now, let's put it here, because for elementary school you wouldn't want to go too far. And we'll have a high school. I think it's better to have it on the inside, not on the major road. Yeah, but we could have it here. Yeah. And the other one here. I'm going to build some pathways right away, because people are going to use them, those streets and those walkways, and there will be a lot of traffic to and from the high schools, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna build a footbridge over here, so people don't have to cross the big road. I'm building another entrance point to the bridge as well. So this is the first part, huh? Oh, while I'm at it, I'm going to add a couple of more footpath ways so people can walk if that's what they want instead of driving by car. Helps my traffic and helps with people staying healthy. I'm not sure if that's true in the game, but at least in real life, walking is great. And also it helps breaking up patterns, so the whole city doesn't look too big. If it's if this area is populated, there are always some gaps in between, thanks to those walkways. And we could eventually build a nice park over here. So we have a lot of inner connections with those footpathways. Let's build some more here. And downhill. And just another one here. And right to the corner, yeah. So, what did I miss? Oh, fire department. We are going to need that. I want those more on the access points to the area, so they can also go to the main road quickly if they need to. What's a nice location? Yes. And some police. Basically the same, closer to the main road. So we have schools, we have police, we have fire department, we have medical services, and now we need power coming from here. We could add some parks, huh? While we're at it, let's put a small park here in the center. And maybe a large playground. And a smaller dog park. And something for the kids. Yeah, I think you would want to live here, don't you? With a nice view. Yeah, I think I'm liking this. So I'm going to start to zone in some buildings. I think some smaller buildings in the small spaces. And closer to the river. And then let's put in some high density buildings in the back, but still I don't like putting what becomes skyscrapers eventually, or really high buildings right next to each other. And this is something I don't see often in real life, so I'm usually spacing them manually and leave some space in between. rather put some low density buildings in between as well. So I think this part of town can come into business. So I hope you enjoyed watching me. I'm going to let this run for a while so we can see if people are moving in. Service cars are already moving. There's something maybe you don't know, that when you place a building, you get to see where the service area is with the green roads, but actually service cars are going wherever they are needed in town, as long as they can connect, but it takes them obviously a while to go over. And let's hope this is an exception right now. If they are needed downtown, they can go there, but let's hope they come back soon to stay in our new area. I'm sure we will need them when people start moving in. As you can see, this is happening right now. The first buildings are being built, and I'm going to speed up the video so you can enjoy the growth a tiny bit, and then I'll see you in the next video. And don't forget to add a comment if you didn't like this episode, or if you think there's something I could do better, or leave a like or subscribe to my channel. Thanks a lot, and see you next time. And finally we've reached the milestone I've been waiting for building harbors, and this is gonna be fun. But that's gonna be another episode. See you then.